What up, y'all? This is ASTRODIM'S here doing a daily moon reading for March 28th, 2019. Fucking last day, of the Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is actually going to end around like 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. I'm so happy because it's been fucking up my health bad and making me realize that I need to get my shit together. And I'm excited though, because this is honestly next week. I'm just going to be like, all right, I have the permission from the universe to push forward. You know what I mean? To do the healthy shit that I've been wanting to do. April 1st is going to be magnificent. Mars is going to be in Gemini, so change gonna come. Mercury's not going to be retrograde no more. I think it's just a good time to start. Moon's going to be in Pisces, though, so I'm going to be emotional about it. Plus, Mercury conjunct Neptune, but whatever. I'm fucking doing it. I don't care. It's Aries season, all right? Sun's going to be away from Chiron. I need to start sometime, right? And that's how you should take things, too, when it comes to election astrology, all right? You got to start sometime. Anywho, let's talk about the 28th, all right? I'm going to start with the 12 o'clock p.m. time, Eastern Standard Time for me. The moon is going to be... Oh, actually, before I do that, the reason why I've been sick during Mercury retrograde, or a portion of Mercury retrograde, is because Mercury was moving into my first house. Literally, since it started to go backwards into my first house, that's when I got sick. And when it was in my second house, that's when money was being weird with me. So it's just, I'm telling you, astrology is real as fuck. It's insane. Anywho, and I was using Placidus chart types, by the way. House type, by the way. So just, I understand people like to use their different versions for different reasons. Just know they all hold truth, okay? Mind you, I wasn't even tracking I usually don't track the degrees of Mercury retrograde unless I'm doing a reading. And it's just something that I stumbled upon, honestly. So, very interesting. Anyways, the moon's going to be in the second degree, the second decan of Capricorn. 13 degrees specifically at 12 o'clock p.m. And of course, the moon moves fast, so it'll be going to probably close to the third decan of Capricorn later on in the day, but whatever. Second decan of Capricorn is ruled by Venus, okay? So with this energy, like yesterday, we kind of figure out the status and reputation and the recognition that we want, and all of that. So now we're starting to kind of dream up and figure out the worth that's attached to it, both emotionally and materially too. You know what I mean? As in finances and possessions and stuff like that. Realizing what those things mean to us. This is a time when we start to build up our self-worth, make us believe that we are able to get the aforementioned, is that the right word to use? I'm sorry. Mercury is conjunct Pisces, y'all, while I'm doing this. Work with me. Anyways, but yeah, how I was mentioning before that we was dreaming up a status or some recognition that we want. Now we're trying to kind of build up within ourselves. Are we worthy of this thing? Yes, we are. And figuring the reasons out why we are, that we're worthy of the status, reputation, recognition, and all that shit. You know what I mean? And so it's an interesting time for sure. Especially when the moon is conjunct Saturn. Saturn's all about how you take your authority and control. And it's funny because it's connected to restriction too, because we are restricted from this thing, and that very thing will help us gain control. You know what I mean? And so we feel a restriction within ourselves when it comes to authority and control as a collective at this moment. But it's us standing up and taking our authority and control that will make us feel like we have authority and control. Do you get what I'm saying? So once we stand up to take the recognition that we want, take the reputation that we want, take the career that you want, take the status that you want, that's when you start to have authority over your life like you want. And this goes with the worthiness of ourselves emotionally and financially and materially too. We have to get what we want, you have to, convince yourself that, you know what, I am worthy. I'm taking authority of the situation. I don't care what other people told me. I am worthy. I know I'm worthy of all the things that I've dreamed of. What makes me different from anyone else? You get what I'm saying? So that's the vibe that I'm catching there. That's why we have heroes, honestly. People who live similar or even worse lives than us that we can look up to, that they were able to figure it out. Why can't we? We are all able to do it. There doesn't have to be losers in this situation. I know certain constructs like capitalism allows this. Even our warped version of socialism is always a lower class somehow. Because humans are weird and we like to be separated and shit. Socially, it's just strange, but whatever. That's fake. That's all like human based. It's nothing really. It's a social construct. It's nothing. It's not even real. We can have anything that we want. We really can. We could all kind of truly be equal. It's just that it's hard when there's not everyone's involved. The collective's not pushing for that. And I think honestly, with Saturn and Pluto being in Capricorn in the same damn time, I really think that we're really learning that the hard way. And that's why so many people of higher statuses are crumbling and things are being exposed, and karma with South Node being in this area too is coming back and biting people in the ass. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's really, really interesting energy for sure. Anywho, that's what I fucking see. Later on in the day, the moon will be conjunct Pluto, and it will tomorrow too. And this is the beginning of us gaining some emotional empowerment, and ready emotionally to have that transformation within our lives, for that status that we want. And so I'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow, okay? What other aspects are happening? Let's see. The moon is sextile Mercury, and it's also sextile Neptune. With the moon sextile Mercury, excuse me from all my sniffling and stuff. Yeah, I'm sick, y'all. So, but yeah, like I was saying though, with this energy, it's pretty cool because emotionally we're understanding the messages that we've been getting intuitively in many different strange ways, subconscious ways. We're having a little understanding of it, and what we're doing is kind of trying to get those messages. It's kind of like the judgment card, where you like get this like message. It's this eureka moment, and you're like, oh, now I got the key to get the thing that I want in life, to get true happiness, to make my dreams come true. And now you can start like materializing it, especially with Venus being the Venus decant of Capricorn. We emotionally start to feel like, hey, we can materialize the things that we want. It can come true. You know what I mean? So it's a powerful energy for sure. Should not be ignored at all. And it's pretty cool. Really, really dope energy. But, all the messages that we've been receiving since Mercury's been so close to Neptune, and since Pisces season, they happen like right after each other for a reason, especially at this time. It usually happens that way, but sometimes it doesn't. But anyways, at this moment, we are like bringing our dreams and the things that we've been imagining, and the messages that we've been getting, and spiritually and intuitively. We're realizing that, hey, we can really solidify this and make this happen and initiate some change to make that happen. It's the beginning of it, because again, this is the day where Mercury is not going to be retrograde no more. So now we can really bring things into action, especially with the sun also in Aries, so it's dope energy. And it honestly works with the same Neptune sextile the moon too, because Neptune is deeply connected to the visions and the imagination and the feelings that we've been getting intuitively. With the moon sextile Neptune, though, Neptune is helping us realize our self-undoing, our self-sabotaging ways, and our self-doubt, helping us understand that a little bit deeper. But more importantly, or more like specifically, it's helping us realize, the self-doubt that we have that's caused by our self-undoing and self-sabotaging ways. These things are being brought to the forefront, especially with Mercury conjunct this energy. We are thinking about these things. We are focused on these things, and we're being emotionally connected to these things. And so it's interesting. I'm going to tell you my story about this soon. It's really interesting energy because this stuff is being like put in our face, and we have to kind of like really work on it. Similar to what I've been saying with the Pisces new moon energy. I don't know if y'all watch that or not. At this time, again, we can bring the things that we've been feeling and making it reality. A lot of times these could be our dreams, but it could be our fears too, because again, this energy, this Neptune and Pisces is helping us realize the intuitive connections we have to our self-undoing and self-sabotaging ways and our self-doubt. So let me give you an example. This week, pretty much, and a lot of this time, I have this fear of like death, not death personally, but people around me dying. Honestly, it's the worst thing. I've dealt with it a lot. I'm tired of it. I dealt with it back to back to back. I'm so tired of it, y'all. It's awful, and I'm a mess when people die. I'm a terrible mess at funerals to the point where I don't like going because I'm that much of a mess. That I'm empathic, so that energy really like draws into me, and it just breaks me. It breaks my heart. I just can't, even if it's someone that I don't know of. Like if I see someone crying on TV or on like online or whatever, it just breaks my heart. And it's just a part of being a sun in the 12th. Sun in the 12th people are usually empathic or whatever. But death is a thing that's just been scaring me for a while now, ever since I've been through a recent tragic death. Recent as in the last 10 years. And it's been a thing with me too, because when I was a teenager, I used to actually be able to predict death. I would dream of someone dying. It may not be the person that dies, but I know death is coming. So it's just a weird relationship with it. And so, the thing is, it's like I've been having dreams about death in general. And usually when I've been dreaming about it, no one will die. So it's kind of cool. I have that safety and security, but it still brings up that scariness, that feeling that I had from before. And it makes me reflect on all the times where it broke my heart, of people that I love passing away and stuff. And so, it's just literally, that fear is the root of my anxiety, honestly. The death of my brother back in 2011, I've always had a little bit of cautiousness and anxiousness, but that was the root of my anxiety and the start of my bad anxiety, honestly. It's not the worst. I've definitely seen worse, but it's troubling to me personally. And at this time, I'm healing this because I'm having these dreams, I'm having these weird feelings, I'm having these panic attacks for literally no reason. And it's a part of my self-undoing. It is. It's a part of me not enjoying my life. It's a part of me not realizing my worth. It's a part of me of not being happy and content with myself. It's a part of me of not, it's blocking my faith. It's blocking me from having full faith in the universe. It's doing a lot, and you wouldn't even suspect it to be so connected to me as a person. You would think it's just connected to an event, but it's definitely connected to me as a person, my characteristics. It's a part of my self-undoing. And so this situation is being confronted. I'm forced to being confronted with this issue, and that's why it keeps playing out. And it's time for me to kind of work that energy out. I know it's not me and my intuition telling me something bad's gonna happen, but it's me saying, bitch, you need to heal this. Now, the tricky thing about this situation is that, if you play with this energy in the sense of don't heal, ignore it, and dwell in it. You can manifest things in a not so good way. And I remember I was saying I was seeing 111. So 1111 is more like enlightenment and shit, new beginnings. But 111 is definitely manifestation power too. But it's like, hey, you better watch your thoughts. So it's more of a slight warning, or a slight even encouragement, keep thinking positive, or bitch, you better watch your thoughts. You know what I mean? You have high manifestation power right now. And think about it. Mercury's conjunct Neptune, right? Our imagination and our logical mind is as one right now. You know, they're exactly conjuncting. Of course we can manifest at this time. So it's really important for us to, when we're feeling negative and feeling sad, we turn that into not dwelling into it, but turn it into healing time. So we can literally manifest us healing and becoming better, and becoming stronger people, and realizing our self-undoing and healing it. And so we can become better spiritually, emotionally, physically, all that shit. And so we have a more powerful mind to manifest the other things we want in our life. Do you get what I'm saying? So I just wanted to give you that example. I feel like that would be really, really helpful for you to understand the situation that's happening here. Lastly, the moon is square Mars. So emotionally, we rather be more practical with our emotions. Again, it's in Capricorn, more restrictive, more focused on our emotional connections to, or how our emotions kind of provoke or shine light on our authority and our worthiness. You know what I mean? A lot of Capricorn moons natally, natal Capricorn moons, feel like, hey, I have to make sure I express myself the right way, because it will, I have to make sure it will deem me worthy. I'll have to make sure I'm seen a certain way, that I don't mess up my status of being emotional. So that's why they're very internal. And so we're kind of playing that a little bit when it comes to our emotions right now. The thing is, though, is that the sun is in Aries, so similar to yesterday. We want to react to things. We want to react to things immediately and quickly. And, we feel the passion for something, we're going for it. And this is not for anything. It's just that wherever that we feel some passion about, we just want to push forward and move forward towards it. So we're going to feel a conflict. It's holding on or holding back, and then versus just going for it. And that's where the confusion is going to be. You're going to really be confused on how you should move with certain things. Should you hold back or should you push forward? That's up to you to figure out. I say hold off until the 29th. That's what I say. Just because, honestly, still Mercury retrograde. That's what I say. Anyways, that's my reading for y'all. I got a little personal, but sometimes I like to give examples of my life just to help you guys out, and so you can see the realness of astrology and how it applies to you. And I hope that you resonate with it and that you take something from the situation. You know what I mean? If you're interested, you can follow me on Patreon and support me there. Join the community of my ride or dies. These are my favorite people who support me on Patreon because of the support that they give me. And a lot of people that follow me on Patreon have been supporting me for a while and always show their love. And I forever love y'all. Y'all my peeps. But that doesn't mean I don't support the rest of y'all. But, I'm just saying, the Patreon folks are my favorite. So if you want to be my favorite, go ahead and support the kid. Or you just want to support me, go ahead and support the kid. I'll appreciate it, okay? If you're interested in buying or reading, etsy.com/shop/AstroDim. The sale's still going on, so take advantage, baby. And yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Let's hope that I don't get sick more. I'm trying. I took airborne. I'm about to take some emergency right now. I wish I had the I always pronounce this wrong. Insignia. I don't know. That shit works, man. There was like an emergency pack like that of that herb or whatever, and man, that shit works. I don't have any. I used to take them while we worked at Whole Foods. I used to work at Whole Foods when I was a senior in college. And yeah, man, that shit worked. Sorry, I know that sounds gross. But yeah. I'm gonna do tomorrow. See y'all tomorrow. First full day of Mercury direct. I'm fucking excited. And yeah, that's it. Peace, y'all.